Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to my Top 25 Games 2016 edition.
2016 edition.
I'm Jeffrey.
I am Jacob.
And this is Maple Leaf Reviews.
It is.
So, without further ado, let's jump in.
Okay. First of all, what are our current scores in this bracket?
So going in, I'm at 7 points.
Right.
You're at 6.
Okay.
So I know you a little bit better than you know me. We'll see if that changes.
Right. And if you haven't watched our introduction video, go check that out. It tells you how we picked our games and all about our scoring method right here.
All right. So 15 through 11.
Uh-huh. Number
15 is a great game. They're all great games on this list.
Uh-huh.
This is a really... Oh, man. This game like burns my brain when I play it.
Okay.
It's about being an art dealer, managing an art gallery.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The gallerist.
Okay. I didn't have this on your list.
Yes.
Wow. I had it on there and then I took it off because I figured you hadn't played it enough times.
I've played it 5 times.
Right.
Which is pretty good considering I didn't get the game until October of last year, so like 6 months.
Right.
I played it 5 times. Yeah, I mean it's really great. It makes you think so much. You got trying to do so much. The whole mechanic of like worker placement, but your opponent can leave workers behind, and when you displace those workers, they can take that same action. So you got to be really careful of how many actions and what actions you're giving to your opponent.
Right.
And you're trying to buy these different paintings, get contracts for them, sell them. There's so many different bonus actions you can take. You're trying to get people into your gallery. The more people you have there, the more money and prestige and influence you can get. Yeah, I mean, there's so much happening in this game, but it's...
this is really definitely a brain burner. It's one that hurts my brain when I play it. Yeah, it's good. There's a lot going on, and very cool mechanisms, unique theme.
Yeah.
I think the more that I play this, the better it's gonna get.
Yeah.
But it's one of those games that I look at, I'm like, oh, do I want to play that? I don't know. My brain's starting to hurt just thinking about playing it.
And I mean the production quality. I mean the cardboard stock in this.
That's best in the industry.
In this game is so thick. It's so good. Yeah. And the insert that actually comes in the box is actually good.
Yeah.
Like there's so many games that come with inserts that are just like you're like, oh, get rid of it, throw it out.
Yeah.
Piece of crap. But this one is really good. It's an awesome game.
Cool. Yeah.
By Vital Lacerda, who's known for heavy game designs. This one's my favorite of his.
Right.
So far.
Yeah, that's a good pick. It's something I had on your top 31 and scratch it off.
My top 31.
Okay, so yeah, I missed out another one.
All right.
I'm great at removing games from your top 25.
That was number 15, The Gallerist. Number 14 is my favorite game from this company. From Watch Your Game.
Okay. Wow, it's this low, eh? Okay.
And that is Zhang Guo.
Yeah, I got this one.
You got it?
I had this as your number 7, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Again, it's another brain burny type game. But I like those, like where you're putting your mind through these mental gymnastics, and there's so much to keep track of, but you don't quite have the capacity to keep track of it all at once.
Right.
And you're playing. It's like a hand management game. You get these hand of cards, and you can either use the card to build up like your engine. So when you take certain actions, they just get better and better.
Right.
Or you need to spend the card in order to take the actions. So it's that balance of how many cards do I spend building up my engine versus how many cards do I spend actually taking actions.
Yes.
And there's so much going on. You're trying to get area majorities in these different points in Japan, trying to get area majorities of the different types of unification, money or law and things like that in writing. there's so much going on. You have like this little mini board where you're moving all these governors around so that you can build different things in different regions, and there's unrest because you're trying to do too much in a region and people are getting mad.
Yeah.
And you got to try and get rid of that. So there's a lot going on in this game, but it's such a good game. That the thing that I like most is like I said, where you have to make the decision: how many cards do I spend building up my tableau? How many cards do I spend actually taking the actions?
Right. Yeah, this is another game that I've only played once. It was, again, a super brain burner. At least that first play, by the end of the game, I was like, okay, I think I have an idea of how this game works now.
Yeah.
After the game was over.
Yeah.
And I would have had to play a second time just to be like, okay, and solidify things. I did enjoy it because I didn't really know what was going on for half the game. I feel like I didn't do well in the game. Right now? It was so hard. But I could see it as being a great game.
Yeah.
Like there's lots of moving pieces. If you like that, then that's something you should check out this game.
Yeah, I've played this game 5 times. And I find with this style of game, especially games from this company, you kind of need to go in and be like, okay, my first game is a learning game.
Yeah, I think that's with What's Your Game, all their games. It's just learning game first play.
Yeah, and then you can start to see, okay, this is the arc that the game is trying to tell.
Yeah.
I see where I need to end up. Now it's, okay, let's start over. How am I going to get there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's my number 14 is Zhang Guo.
Yeah, I had it on there. I just thought it was going to be higher on the list.
All right, let's see if you have this next one, number 13.
Okay.
You are a hotel manager.
Okay.
In this game.
I even got this one in the right bracket. Bonus points.
Woo! It's a game from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Gran Maestro Hotel.
Yeah.
A game I've played 6 times.
Yeah, this is a good game.
It is a good game.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I like most about this is the combo nature.
Right.
It's a dice rolling game where the number of pips that you roll determines how many times you can take a particular action.
Yep.
And you only get 14 actions in the game. Which you're like, well, what can you even get done in a game with only 14 actions? But you can get a lot done.
Yeah. It's all about the free actions, and you can take more free actions, I think, over the course of the game than you can actual actions.
Yeah, and then you're taking free actions, which aren't free. They cost you stuff, but they don't cost your action point. And then you're getting combos of the different guests, fulfilling their food needs, and then they give you like a bonus ability. And then you get these staff cards that you can hire that give you bonus actions. There's so much bonus going on.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. You just gotta set yourself up.
Yeah, it's an interesting puzzle. And then the round scoring and the bonuses versus negatives based off of where you are in the Emperor track. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very interesting as well.
Yeah, great game from last year. Gran Maestro Hotel.
Yeah. It's an awesome one.
Yeah. All right. Now, my number 12.
Okay.
This is a big game.
Okay.
This is a game that you have not played.
All right. I think I even have this game in the right spot. I think I have this as number 12.
Really?
Yeah.
I've played this game 19 times.
Okay.
Which is a lot when I say the name of the game.
Okay.
Twilight Imperium 3.
Yeah. Twilight Imperium 3, number 12.
Wow.
Right on the money. I should get bonus points.
No. Yeah, I mean, playing this game 19 times, I mean, that's a huge time investment. And
yeah, because it's like 6 hours, right?
Yeah.
On average?
On average.
Wow.
So, I mean, spending 120 hours playing a game, I mean, you really got to enjoy it. And I really do enjoy this game. There's so much, the whole wheeling and dealing, trying to make alliances and then betraying those alliances. Mm-hmm. And then if you play with the same group of people all the time, the meta game that develops is like,
oh, I'm sure.
You betrayed me last time. So you're rehashing things out and say, hey man, that was a different race. I'm the cat people now.
Yeah.
I just want to trade some goods. The asymmetrical, the powers, like each race has different abilities. Some are way better than others, and yeah, the political game of the different laws and the different political cards you can play. I mean, if there's a card called Public Execution.
Right. Yeah, I've heard you talk about this before.
Oh man, it just wrecks you when people are voting on who to execute. You're just like, man, don't let it be me.
Right on.
That's gonna ruin my day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's so much going on. I mean, it's such an epic expanse of a game. It tells a story. I mean, you remember when different events happen when someone moved in on your turf.
Right.
Really, really great game.
Cool. Yeah, this is one I haven't played yet. As Jeff mentioned, it's something I'm wary to play.
Yeah.
Because I don't like games that are more than 2 hours long, especially if the theme doesn't interest me. Playing a game for 6 hours, that's like triple my length. So I don't know if I can do it. I want to give it a try because it's, I want to say, I played that game.
Yeah.
I've tried it. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if that ever happens.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to play, at least 19 more times.
Wow.
But
okay.
Just need to get the group
maybe I'll just absolutely love it.
Maybe you'll be like, oh man, let's play it. Like, I mean, there was a time there with my group where it was like every day on the weekend we would get together and play Twilight Imperium.
Wow. Like,
we'd set up the game, and then like if we didn't finish, we'd just leave it on the table.
Right.
Because being in like university, you had the luxury of just doing whatever, and if you had a game set up on your table, no big deal.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I definitely find with those style of games, those longer ones, as you get older and you get more responsibilities, you just can't play them as often, which is sad.
Well, we'll have to make it happen, I guess.
All right, that's my number 12.
All right.
Twilight Imperium III.
Well, I got 5 points this bracket so far.
Not bad. So on to my number 11 game.
Okay. Which
is a civ building game.
Okay.
Where you have this row of cards come out, and the cards represent everything. Your farms, your mines, the wonders, the leaders that you can have. Everything is kind of like a card drafting, but you're drafting from this line of games. And a new edition came out recently.
Okay.
But unlike some of the other games where I mentioned like Russian Railroads and Viticulture, where the new edition or the expansion put it on the list, this game would be on there even without that.
Okay.
And that's Through the Ages.
Right. I got this. I even got it in the right bracket too.
I mean, it's such an awesome game, and it's a long game too. I mean, even now, after knowing the game so well, games take between 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
But I mean, I've played this game a ton. I think so. In person, I've played it 26 times.
Wow.
But there was like this online. I can't remember the website because it was so long ago. But you used to be able to play it online.
Okay. And
I played so many of that games of it online too. So I've probably close to 50 plays of this game.
And it plays in 2 to 3 hours, or
2 to 3 hours.
Wow.
I mean, you can play. There's 3 ages that you play through, and you can play the intro game, which is this. You play through the first age, but I mean the mistakes or good decisions that you make early in the first age can really dictate what you need to be focusing on in the later ages. You need to keep up. If you aren't upgrading your mines, well, I mean, things in the third age takes a lot of minerals to do.
Okay.
And the mechanic of corruption I really like, where the more resources you just have laying about, the more you're going to lose those resources due to corruption. So you need to be using your resources as quickly as you're producing them.
Okay.
If you just let things sit around, you're not going to do. You're going to not be as efficient as you could be. So sometimes you're like, oh man, I want to do this action, but I need to use these resources, so I got to do this. And yeah, I mean, it's really great. You can upgrade your government to give you even more actions. There's a military aspect to the game, but for me, it's always more like a Cold War. You're just trying to. If you see someone else jump up in military, you're like, okay, I need to match them. Right. And then, you just got to keep pace with them so that they just don't wreck you.
Right. So similar to Historia in that way.
Yeah.
Keep pace with everyone else, otherwise you're just going to fall behind.
Yeah.
Very cool. I have not played this game ever. I haven't even seen it other than sitting on your shelf.
Yeah.
But I know you've talked about it enough that I knew it would be on your list.
Yeah,
so.
it's a great game. I'm pretty sure,
Do you see it moving up higher or falling or kind of staying?
I think it depends. Like I've played it a few times recently, and I mean I really do enjoy it. But I don't play it as often as I would like. So I think if I just got into the habit of playing it more, it would probably rise.
Right.
But I mean, it's still a really great game.
Cool.
That I've played a bunch of.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's my number 11, Through the Ages.
All right. Well, I got 7 points this bracket.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
You're starting to know me a little bit better.
Yeah, I think in these upper brackets, we're just gonna do a lot better because I think we know what our top 10 games, each other's top 10 games are.
All right. Well, let's move on.
All right. See you in the next bracket.
See you guys soon.
Take care.